I'd like to welcome back Dr. Subramanian Swamy. He's stirred a hornet's nest, but he's not getting a response from the Congress party yet. Siddharthnath Singh of the BJP. KTS Tulsi, senior advocate of the Supreme Court. I welcome also R. Rangarajan, senior journalist, who has strong views against Subramanian Swamy. Tonight he is joining us from Chennai. Thank you very much. Dr. Subramanian Swamy, I think you've heard a lot of responses there, but the specific point is this, that they will not dignify you with a point-by-point rebuttal. In that sense, do you believe that your charges will have a limited shelf life? You see, if the other side responds, then they have a longer shelf life. But the other side is not responding, so do you think this issue will die down by the weekend?
Well, first of all, Congress party is in retreat and the whole country can see it. Yesterday they took me very seriously and sent me a letter, a stupid letter, which I threw the waste paper basket when I got it this morning only. And now they are not wanting to file a defamation case. I was looking forward to one. And every other way they are retreating. Now, as far as shelf life is concerned, yes, in times now it will be limited shelf life if they don't reply. But I will go to court. I have to prepare the ground for going to court. So first I will have to write to the authorities, asking them to take action. I've written to the Prime Minister already. I've released that letter in the press yesterday. I've written a letter to the Election Commission. I've released that letter to the press. Now, if they don't reply, then I will have a cause of action to go to court in a public interest and say that the court should now issue directions and monitor the investigation.
Yes.
So this will probably take a couple of months, considering there's a big vacation coming in December for the courts.
You see, there are two issues tonight which I wish to address on the news hour. The first issue I want to address, and I'm going to go to KTS Tulsi next on that, is whether what Subramanian Swamy says will stand the legal test. The second issue I want to raise on the news hour tonight is a slightly more political issue on whether the motives of Dr. Subramanian Swamy can be divorced from the content of what he says. About 20 times since yesterday, Dr. Subramanian Swamy has told Times Now that the motive does not matter as long as the content is relevant. First, Dr. Tulsi, can we get specific now? You've seen what is being talked about. My first question to you tonight is that the All India Congress Committee, Dr. Subramanian Swamy says being a political outfit is entitled to the use of money raised by it only for political purposes. How can the All India Congress Committee justify using this money to loan it to this company called AJL?
Now, I firstly want to clarify that I am appearing on your invitation. I don't know what the stand of the Congress party is.
Point note.
And I can only say my opinion on the basis of the allegations. I have no other material on the basis of which I can reply or express my opinion. In my opinion, the allegations, Dr. Subramanian Swamy, I will and pinpointing the statute and
I'm having an audio problem there.
But I think there is understanding.
I have a reception problem at your end. I'm going to come back to you because I wanted to start with the legal point. However, till I just fix the audio link with you, because I don't want to interrupt that part of the debate. Till I come back and restore that link, I want to go across to Mr. Rangarajan. Let's go on the issue of motive, and I'll come back to the legal point in some time. Why do you think Subramanian Swamy's timing is suspect?
Well, I don't think you can call anything relating to timing suspect, because it's open to anyone to question any person in the public domain, and he's entitled to question the bona fides of any person or any political party or any institution in the country. And I think people have to give due credit to Dr. Swamy, because I've been noticing his career for more than 15 years in Chennai, and he has had his ups and downs, but he has had many successes, many good moments, and probably the person who was a game changer in Chennai in moving the court. He got the governor's sanction to prosecute Jayalalitha, which is a very big case, the Tansy land deal case, which went to its logical conclusion in the lower court, but in the Supreme Court the order was set aside, and he had taken up a number of causes, and even now his petition regarding the Setu Samudram canal project is pending before the Supreme Court, and at least he has succeeded in putting the brakes on the project to a large extent, and he has raised the issue of the Ram Setu and the question whether the Supreme Court has asked the government of India to look at the possibility of an alternative route.
So you're on the other side.
So he's had his moments.
Yeah. So you're on the other side. You strongly
I'm not on anyone's side.
No, you're strongly backing Subramanian.
If anyone makes the mistake, if anyone makes the mistake of treating Swamy lightly, they could be in for serious trouble.
That I think a lot of people already know that, and maybe that's one of the reasons the Congress party is pulling its punches tonight. I have that audio link back with KTS Tulsi. Sorry for that interruption, sir. I was asking you a specific question.
No problem.
On whether or not the Congress party can be questioned for loaning money to AJL and hence helping the Gandhis gain control over National Herald. Yes, sir.
Right. Now, I'm speaking purely as a lawyer.
Yeah.
I don't know the stand of the Congress party. I have not had access to any of the other documents except the documents which have been referred to by Dr. Subramanian Swamy. And I assume that even if the allegations of fact made by Dr. Subramanian Swamy are assumed to be correct for the sake of argument, that 90 crore worth of loan has been given by AICC to associated journals, whether any offence can be said to be made out. In my opinion, Section 17 of the Companies Act has lifted the ban on the companies making donations to the political parties. And here is a political party making a donation to a company is only running, which is a defunct company running a newspaper. Now they want to revive that newspaper. The newspaper belongs to or was founded by Motilal Nehru, and Jawaharlal Nehru was the director of this, and then Indira Gandhi, and so many others. So it's more or less a prestigious project for the Congress party, because the founders of the Congress party and the leaders of the Congress party have been involved.
So no, my question is my question is not that. My question is not. My question is very legally tonight. Does it violate Article 8 of the guidelines of the Election Commission in registering political parties under Section 29A of the Representation of People's Act 1951? Just specifically on that point, sir.
No, it doesn't.
Does it or does it not, sir?
It doesn't. Because Section 25 of the Companies Act relates to the companies which are formed for the purpose of charitable purposes, charitable objectives or special objectives. Now, special objectives of a political party can also be to revive a newspaper. And if they are reviving a newspaper which is founded by their political party, it does not amount to
Subramanian Swamy disagrees
to a commercial activity.
Subramanian Swamy disagrees, but I'll go to Siddharth Nath Singh first. Siddharth Nath Singh, you agree with that interpretation that the Representation of People's Act, which was the kernel of the argument of Arun Jaitley today in Shimla, is a flawed argument? KTS Tulsi argues it's a flawed argument. Your response? Yes, go ahead. I'll get KTS Tulsi back.
I'm not a legal luminary, so I can't get into a debate with Mr. Tulsi on it. But certainly, whatever little we all understand being in politics is that we do get an exemption from the income tax because we are a political party and the money is used for the political purposes. And similarly, when we go for a registration with the Election Commission, we are registered under Article 8, which specifies that as a political party you're going to use the funds for your political purpose, not for the commercial purposes. And what we see here is that a political party, Congress, uses that fund, 90 crores, not a small amount of money,
90 crores.
Which they have collected, and they have given as an unsecured loan to a company which is a public limited company, lying defunct, but it goes to them. And that amount is written off by another entity where
Mr.
the
Tulsi.
Congress, the first family is the majority shareholder.
Yes, of course.
And they have their own confidants, which are the shareholders, for 50 lakhs. So there is enough material to raise a doubt on the Congress party. Why? No, please, Mr. Tulsi, I didn't interrupt you.
Okay, 1 minute. Okay, just close your arguments in brief, and then I'll allow. Because tonight, I just want to make one point. It's Mr. Tulsi is in a minority on this debate tonight, so I'm going to give a little bit more time to him. To be fair, yes.
You can, but
yes.
Orna, what my small point is, that the Congress party and the Gandhi family, in their quest and the love for the real estate, are now going to face real questions from the public, from the media, and from the opposition. And they need to answer specifically.
Okay, Mr. Tulsi wants a quick
without, adjectives like innuendos and insinuations. Calumny. This is the common habit of the Congress spokesperson.
No innuendos.
No, my question here tonight, follow-up question. Gaurav Bhatia, I'm coming to you as well. I'm coming to you as well. Mr. Tulsi, the question tonight that he raises is, first the Congress committee loans 90 crores to AJL, and then Rahul and Sonia Gandhi controlled Young Indian acquires AJL. Now the question is that Rahul Gandhi's office clarified a few days earlier that Young Indian does not intend to publish any newspaper. This is what Mr. Subramanian Swamy is saying. Then does the intention to loan money to AJL appear to be a bit questionable, and Subramanian Swamy says in violation of the Election Commission guidelines? Because if the 90 crores was given to start the newspaper, then the situation changes. Yes, Mr. Tulsi, sorry.
No, the 90 crore is given for the purpose of starting a newspaper which belongs to that political party. It's purely a political activity. And for the purpose of revival and for the purpose of paying off their loans, if the political party gives a loan, I don't think they are going outside the objective of the political party. And the political objective is to revive a newspaper which used to be the mouthpiece of the Congress party.
Which didn't happen.
Now the question is that here is Associated Journals or Young Indian. Young Indian is a company under Section 25, which also has a special objective. It's a charitable objective, and none of the profits of none of the money received by